Borussia Dortmund appear to be seriously considering making Carney Chukwuemeka's move permanent. The young midfielder from England is currently on loan in the Bundesliga, and although his playing time has been limited, his performance is considered quite promising for a club like BVB. According to German media outlet Kicker, Dortmund can activate the €30 million purchase option at any time. And surprisingly, different from previous reports that said Dortmund had to qualify for European competition first, it is now said that they can still buy him even if they fail to finish in the European zone this season. Carney had been doubted about his physical fitness, but when given the opportunity as a starter for the first time last weekend, he immediately stole the attention. He played the full game when Dortmund beat SC Freiburg 4-1 and even scored his debut goal for the club. That performance seemed to be a statement that he was ready to compete at the highest level. At only 21 years old and still very potential, Dortmund sees a golden opportunity in Chukwuemeka. If his performance continues to improve until the end of the season, there is no reason for BVB to pass up the purchase option. Chelsea themselves also seem not to be blocking this transfer, especially considering Carney's minimal chances of playing regularly at Stamford Bridge next season. If Dortmund activates the clause, then the Blues will get fresh funds of €30 million, which can be used to hunt their main targets next summer. With the player's rapid development and the price still relatively reasonable, this transfer is just a matter of time to be completed. Chelsea appear to have taken a new direction in their transfer strategy for the upcoming summer. After having tried hard to pursue big names such as Victor Osimhen, the Blues management has now decided not to spend big money to bring in a star striker. Instead of looking for a direct replacement for Nicholas Jackson, who has scored 9 goals and 5 assists in the Premier League this season, coach Enzo Maresca is more interested in recruiting a young striker as a backup and healthy competition for the Senegalese player. This change in approach has made Chelsea turn their attention to 3 main names, namely Liam Delap, Ipswich Town, Benjamin Sesko, RB Leipzig, and Jonathan David, Lille. Delap is one of the names that is most often mentioned. The 22-year-old striker has performed impressively with Ipswich, despite the club being threatened with relegation. If Ipswich do get relegated, then the £40 million release clause will be active, which could be a loophole for Chelsea to pick him up at a more affordable price. In addition, Delap is considered suitable for the Premier League character and can develop rapidly under Maresca. The second name that is being monitored seriously is Benjamin Sesko. This young striker from Slovenia is indeed the target of many top European clubs and is said to be interested in moving to the Premier League. However, to bring in Sesko, Chelsea must be ready to spend a large amount of money. He has a release clause of €70 million, which can even increase to €80 million depending on performance until the end of the season. Even so, there is a chance that an agreement will be made at the initial figure. No less interesting is the third option, Jonathan David. This little striker has a financial advantage because he can be obtained for free at the end of the season when his contract expires. David is not only experienced at the top European level, but is also still young and has a flexible playing style, suitable for Chelsea's dynamic playing system. This step shows that Chelsea is starting to be more careful in managing player spending. Instead of repeating past mistakes of wasting funds on big names who failed to meet expectations, the Blues now prefer to build a long-term project based on quality young talent. It remains to be seen whether this strategy will produce commensurate results. Kepa Arrizabalaga is enjoying a revival with Bournemouth. Loaned from Chelsea without an option to buy, the Spanish goalkeeper has shown his best form after going through a difficult period at Stamford Bridge and was loaned to Real Madrid last season. Now, at the age of 30, Kepa is starting to find his confidence and consistent form under the goalposts again. However, despite his impressive performances and getting regular playing time, Kepa has not yet committed to staying at the Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth are reportedly keen to keep him permanently, but their position is complicated because the loan deal does not include a buyout clause. In his latest interview, Kepa confirmed that talks with Chelsea are scheduled in the next few weeks. He said, "I am happy and enjoying my time here. I feel good on the pitch, but now is not the time to talk about the future. I am still under contract with Chelsea, and we will have talks in the near future before we make a decision. This situation presents a big dilemma for Chelsea. Kepa's contract is still valid until 2026, but if the club wants to get the optimal selling value, then this summer is a crucial moment to determine the goalkeeper's fate. Will he compete again at Stamford Bridge, be made permanent by Bournemouth, or move to another club that wants him as the main goalkeeper? For Bournemouth, retaining Kepa is certainly not easy financially. However, if they are serious about building a squad with Premier League quality, Kepa is an important foundation in the defensive sector. But if Chelsea decide to keep him, then Bournemouth must find other alternatives. Whatever the decision later, one thing is clear. Kepa is once again a valuable asset. And now the ball is in Chelsea's court to decide. Bring him back and keep him, sell him while his value is high, or make way for another club that is ready to give him a main role. Jadon Sancho's future is increasingly uncertain. After a mixed start to life at Chelsea this season, transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has revealed that Manchester United have no plans to keep the winger no matter what. Sancho arrived at Old Trafford from Borussia Dortmund in the summer of 2021 for a fee in the region of £73 million, but his performances have fallen far short of expectations. His relationship with Erik ten Hag has soured, and he has been loaned to Chelsea this season. A move that initially looked promising, but has since faded. Fabrizio Romano explained that his loan deal to Chelsea included a £25 million buy clause, but the Blues could cancel the deal by paying Manchester United just £5 million in compensation. That means Chelsea can still let go of Sancho. However, Romano stressed that according to the information he has, Man United and Sancho no longer have a future together. Even if Chelsea choose to bring him back to Old Trafford, United still don't want to keep him. The only scenario that could see Sancho stay at United is if Ruben Amorim really wants him and makes an extreme decision that changes everything. Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca has yet to give a clear signal about the player's future. In a previous interview, he said that Sancho can do better, but also admitted that it was not just Sancho who was performing below par, and that he still has direct discussions with the England international almost every day. Sancho himself is reportedly still hoping to stay at Stamford Bridge. But his declining performance in recent months has made Chelsea start to consider the option of bringing him back. Enzo Maresca may have engineered a youth revolution at Chelsea, but his decision to loan Raheem Sterling to Arsenal was a costly mistake. In TNT Sports The Breakdown, former England greats Joe Cole and Jolyon Lescott highlighted the decision as evidence that Chelsea had missed a trick. Sterling may have only scored once all season for Arsenal, but pundits agree that his contribution was far more than just statistics. Joe Cole said Sterling's role as a mentor and leader in the dressing room was vital, especially for young players such as Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis-Skelly, who are starting to shine under Arteta. He's been called Uncle Raheem by the youngsters at Arsenal because he's been so influential in guiding them, Cole said. Sterling, who has won 4 Premier League titles, the FA Cup, and 5 Carabao Cups with Manchester City, was seen as an experienced figure who should have been a bridge between young players and the demands of playing at the highest level. However, Maresca decided to let him go without giving him a strategic role in the Stamford Bridge dressing room. Lescott even believes that the decision has exacerbated the leadership problem in Chelsea's young squad. There are no players who have enough experience to be listened to by everyone. Even if Sterling doesn't play, you still have to keep him for the culture and mentality of the team, he said. Chelsea under Todd Boehly have indeed been aggressive in signing young players for the long term, such as Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson, who are tied until 2033. But this pattern has left the squad lacking senior players who can be role models. Now the public is starting to wonder, is Maresca too focused on building the future that he has forgotten the importance of an experienced leader in the squad? If true, then releasing Raheem Sterling, even on loan, could be one of Chelsea's most regrettable decisions this season.